Hi, welcome back to Garden on the Moors. We're in April now and it's time for the next garden tour. So let's go take a look around. So I'll start off with the tomatoes and peppers. These tomatoes are about a month old now, doing really well, really happy with them. What I've been doing is when it's sunny, is putting them outside to sunbathing, basking in that glory. These peppers here are probably the best ones. These are the Toro Rosso, so the red bull's horn peppers, like a sweet pepper I think. They're doing the absolute best. And then we've got the Padrons, they're also doing really well. They're from Save Seed. And yeah, we've got basically all of the windowsills covered, but I just thought I'd show you a quick overview of these, just so you know how they're doing. The flowering shrubs performed brilliantly this year. I was really happy. I was a bit worried, especially with this Camellia, that the flowers would struggle because of the drought last year. But actually, that Camellia did really well. Same as the Magnolia and I can never pronounce it, the Pyrus? I don't know. This one here. It smells really good though. That's really lovely there. Just in front of the red of the Camellia. Gorgeous. The one Camellia that did struggle was the new one that I planted there a couple of years ago now. It didn't hold its flowers this year. Obviously it wasn't established enough to survive the drought, but hopefully next spring it'll be fine. Well, there's a little Easter bunny there. We did an Easter egg hunt yesterday. I must have missed that little sign there. The Japanese maple that I moved in winter has burst open, so hopefully it likes it there. It looks like it does. I think this is quite a good area for it, nice and shaded, so we'll see how that one does. Look at this lovely Japanese maple next to the red Camellia. What a combo. And the one next to it is also just opening up, but a bit behind. It always is a bit further behind than the other one. But that one, I just love the colours on that. It's like the best bits of autumn in spring. The quails are very happy. They love the little mint that Brandon planted for them. They loved it so much that they've eaten it all. So a bit of an expensive treat for them. But they are giving us lots of eggs now. So that's something. Yeah, never mind. We'll have to get them some more grasses. And now I won't say too long, but just behind the quails are there, I've got this little nest box, and there are definitely blue tits in there. I can't hear them at the minute, obviously because I'm here probably, but they've been to and fro in. When the parents is coming over, I can hear all the little chicks going crazy and stuff, so really good news. So we'll keep an eye out for any little baby blue tits if we can see them. Right, moving on to the greenhouse. I love the daffodils out here. These are just absolutely beautiful. I love that sort of peachy trumpet they have. But we'll go into the greenhouse. And it's all going on in here. I was just waiting for it to adjust. And it's all going on in here. So I have this first big barrel, which if you saw the spring flower show, you'll know that in there is a beautiful ginger lily. I've got some geraniums as well on top. So these pink ones were from cuttings last year. And then that's a new one I bought just because I thought I liked it. We have some of the broccolis. These are the successions. So the first lot have already gone out. Then these ones were sowed in March, and then those I sowed just the other day. Just behind it, we've got a strawberry that my granddad, two strawberries actually, that my granddad gave me. They are apparently a climbing variety, and they're supposed to have really big fruit as big as the size of your palm. The only thing is that on the advert it was a 5-year-old's palm that they were comparing it to, so I don't know that they're that impressive, but we'll wait and see what they look like. I need to plant those out pretty soon, to be honest, so they can get nice and established. Just to the side of them, I've got my leeks, which are coming up really well. I need to pot these on, so that'll be a job for the weekend for me, is to pot those on. I've got different flower seedlings there. Some are up, so some of the poppies are up, which is really nice. One of the straw flowers there is up. Behind that, I've got dahlias in tubs, ready and waiting to go. So again, I've got those three there. They're from the flower show. And then those three are from tubers that I've saved from last year. Then we have some of the cuttings. So again, these are more pelargonium, geranium cuttings that I took. And just behind that, we've got some salvias. Really doing well, the salvias, which are these ones here. They're the salvias, the Salvia Amistad. I've got a couple more varieties on the way from Sarah Raven, I think I got them from. So I'll show you them when we get them. Just behind that, some parsley seeds. They're doing really well. I might have to put those on as well this weekend. Busy old time of it. But that's what spring's like. Yeah, gorgeous salvia. Doing really, really well. And then just to the side of those, I have those lobelia cuttings that I took, if you remember last year. If not, don't worry, we can show you a clip hopefully. But these are a blue lobelia, and these are a mixture of pink and red. I muddled up the labels, so I can't remember which one's exactly which, but there's definitely two of each, which is good. One thing that I did find interesting was in the show, they had these exact plants for sale, just exactly looking like mine are at the minute, rosettes like that, and they were about £8, £9, £10 a pot. So if I was to buy all of these, we're looking just shy of £10 for each of them. So we've got what, 20, 40, same with the salvias, 60, 80, 100, 120, so at least £100 worth of plants. That's why we take cuttings. It's just, you know, it would be impossible to fill your garden. Well, not impossible, but it would be so expensive to fill your garden with flowers if you didn't make the most out of cuttings and saving your own seeds and things like that. So that's why it's well worth doing. And then the other things that are saved are the sweet peas. Again, these are going to have to start going out soon. But these are saved seeds from last year. I'm hoping that they're going to be Gwendolyn, because that's what I really wanted. And some of the flowers were Gwendolyn, but there was a couple of sneaky ones in the packet, so they didn't all come to what I was expecting. So we'll just have to wait and see what they're like. But this is the greenhouse in April. Busy, busy. The strawberries that I planted back in winter have settled in really nicely now. There is a few weeds, I need to pick them out, but you know what it's like. But I don't know if you can see there, that looks to me like it could be some flowers on the way. Same in this one here. Hopefully some flowers in the way. These look much happier now that I've moved them than they were in the big flower bed where it's really well drained. So I'm hoping for lots of lovely strawberries. And then just at the end of my strawberry bed, they'll fill out as well. They look little tiny plants in a minute, but they will fill out, honestly, and they'll be huge before long. Just at the end, I've got my lovely rhubarb. This is Temperley Early, which is why it's nice and big. We can take some stalks off of that whenever we want, really. We've been eating rhubarb crumble from Bran's grandparents' garden because they've got a huge plant, but we've got some here as well we can use. And then just to the side, my favourite daffodils are out. Looking absolutely beautiful. This is Thalia, a lovely white daffodil with thin tepals, I think it's called. The little that will look like petals, and then the little short trumpet. Absolutely beautiful. I love them. And then just to the side, we've got a bank of primroses. Which the bees are absolutely loving. And then that is below my Katie apple tree. Now I've been quite harsh with it because I wasn't happy with it last year. It was getting a bit gangly. So I've cut it right back. And I did a bit of research on the best way to create a bowl sort of tree. And they said to do this is take out the middle branches, leave the side branches, and that should hopefully encourage it to bush out a bit more, because what I was finding was that the stems were so thin and flimsy, they were really struggling. But we do have flowers on the way, so hopefully they'll be out before long and setting fruit too. But just look at these gorgeous Thalia narcissus. Beautiful. But yeah, not many flowers on the apple tree, I don't think. But we'll see what we get. The raspberries are awake, so that's brilliant news. Everybody loved the jam we made last year, so hopefully we can make plenty more of that. And even the ones that I planted last winter, just gone, they're also now sprouting up as well, which is really good. And the pear tree at the side has got its flowers ready to go as well. A bit further along than the apple was. That's really exciting. I don't know if there's another pear tree around that's going to flower. Obviously I've planted another one, like I said, in winter just gone, but that one doesn't have any flowers at the minute. I don't think it will flower this year, but we'll see what we get. Hopefully we get some fruit. That'll be really nice. And I just got to show you these gorgeous yellow archangel. They're a garden variety of a wildflower, but the bees absolutely love them. The chickens are being very productive at the minute. I think everybody's laying, obviously apart from Bruce. Where is he to? There he is. He's obviously not laying any eggs, but he is looking after them all, so that's the main thing. I think, yeah, we're getting pretty much one a day out of everyone, so we're just having to give them away to people. There's so many. Hopefully it won't be too long before they're allowed out again and they can have a good run around in the garden. The lawn daffodils are going over now. I've got a nice clip from before when they were in full glory, but there's still a few flowers there. And then what I'll do is I'll leave the leaves to die down naturally, and then that will mean that they do really well again next year, hopefully. Now, the daffodils in the main... Hello, mate. The daffodils in the main flower bed haven't done particularly well this year, I'm going to be honest. So we have got a couple of flowers from older varieties, established ones, like these. They are beautiful. But we had a lovely display of them last year. Same as we've got one bellsong there, a couple of Thalia that they're really not very happy. I think that's probably due to the drought last year, because the reason why I say that is because even our established ones that were at this end of the irises, they haven't done very well. And the Rip Van Winkle, which is here, double daffodil, again, that did rubbish as well this year. So I think they just really struggled with the drought, because this flower bed is so free draining where it's on rocks. But luckily I did plant fresh daffodils and they're doing really well. And the other plants seem to be quite happy as well. So I've got my scabious and echinops in there that are looking really happy. The all the different irises, Nephophia, Agapanthus back there, all doing really well, which is great. And if we come round, these irises that I showed you last month are still absolutely pumping out leaves, so I'm hopeful that we'll have loads of lovely flowers as well. Just behind that we've got that peony doing really, really well. And see that rose. Loads of buds on this rose, which is excellent. So I can't wait for spring. So the veg patch is doing really well. The peas sadly were pretty much all eaten by a mouse, so I've had to put out a few traps sadly. But now that the mouse problem is sorted, I've planted some more peas, so hopefully we'll get some fresh ones of them. The garlics are looking really good, really tall, lots of healthy growth on them, same as the overwintered onions. I just planted out that first session of broccolis the other day, so there's those. Hopefully we'll have them before long. The spring sowed sets
are looking good. And the potatoes are just breaking through the soil now. That's what that is. So that's really exciting.
And then last but by no means least, this wonderful, I think it's a plum. Like I said, the fruit was never actually set, but this is flowering, and so is my new one over there. So fingers crossed we'll get some fruit off of this tree this year, and then we'll know what it actually is. But yeah, lots of blossom on there. I cut it back really hard because it was falling over where it must have been hit in a bad storm. All the branches was leaning over, so I've cut them back slowly over the past few years, and it shot up lots of nice straight growth now. So it's growing straight up and isn't leaning, so that should help it survive for a lot longer now. And hopefully, like I said, get some gorgeous plummy type fruit. There we are. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give a big like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers!